Good day, friends and family. This is Avril back again with you. And today I just want to speak about the 10 steps out of into. How do you get back on track? 2024 ended and some of us were stuck, but 2025 is a year for new opportunities to work on your relationship, your finances, your businesses that you always wanted to do. There's some fears that needs to change and becomes bold, that you say, I'm a bold person. Say these words over and over and you will become. There's also your health, that you can declare what you want to see. So our step one that I'll start with today is to change your mindset. Everything rise and falls with your mind. What's going on in your current life actually is what's in your head. And that if you start changing it, it will change you to the positive. So how do you know when you're positive or whether you feel negative? Actually, I don't want to use the word negative, but you're not at the best space that you are supposed to be. Is in the morning when you get out of bed, you don't want to go to bed. You cannot wait to get home, jump in pajamas and just say bye and switch off the lights. Darkness fills you. So that is when you know you're not at the place that you want to be, or there's a longing in your heart. You know there's more, but you do not know how to get to the more. So this is what is all going on in your mind. So what's going on your head changes everything. So you perceive your world on your way to work. What do you see? I normally see the beauty. I see the mountains, whether the grass is green or whether they are but dry. To me, it's just good and I love it very, very much. So I normally, my eyes are just different to anything and everything. So it puts a smile to my face, and then you start embracing the beauty around you. So the moment you get up already, start to say it's a beautiful day, it's a good day. Get into that morning habits and evening routines, as maybe a little bit of exercise. Believe it or not, every morning just for 15 minutes I exercise and it does me wonders. And the best of all that I always say, it's that cold shower that I take. It's so refreshing. I don't know, for you people at the coast it might sound different, but I could remember when I was down there as well, a morning cold shower just does wonders to one's body. And then I want to say today that you've got unlimited potential. When you master your mind, you will walk into territories and you will walk into victories that you only dreamt of having. Start dancing, man. Dance yourself loose. Give a happy step wherever you are or find yourself. Our step 2 that I want to focus on is let go of offense. An offended, the word says, an offended friend is harder to win back than a fortified city. Now, if you can think old times, and even now a fortified city has that thick walls around it, you cannot penetrate. Now that is how a hardened heart starts becoming. Let go of those things. Argument separates friends like a gate locked with bars, according to Proverbs 18:19. Just get over it. I don't know, you sometimes say, but do you know how they hurt you? But they're keeping you back, people. I want you to just flourish and to fly and to soar with the eagles this year, 2025. And take ownership. Become the driver of your own life. Don't let other people and family and things of the past are driving your lifestyle today. In one of the biblical scriptures, he said, forget the old things, forget the past, stretch yourself out to what's ahead of you, what's in front of you. Make 2025 that you just stretch ahead. Take control over your emotions and own your moment. It's time that you become self-aware. What triggers you? If something triggers you, deal with it. Get through it, work through it. If you need to get the mentor, do so. I normally self-talk myself out of the situation until I find my happy place and my happy space. Then I know, I'm on track again. Start to love people. And that starts with loving yourself. You cannot say I love people but you don't love yourself. Self-love is very important. And then you can give from what you have, your overflow of your cup of love, you can start giving to others. And if you look at people and you think that, oh, their lives are better than yours, and no, comparison is the thief of all joy. You will forever, those pictures that you see normally on Instagram, those are just moments captured in happiness. It doesn't mean it looks like that every day. And then comparison, as I already said, is the thief to all joy. Start laughing more. Laugh at your situation. It's a therapy. Your heart becomes lighter. Normally when I'm challenged and I don't feel so good, or I feel a bit sick, I start to dance here with happiness, and I start to dance with joy, and I start to dance with health, and I say, and it's simple, but early in the morning is nobody maybe awake in my house, and I do these things, and then I get out of that form of miserability into my happy space of success. Step 3 will be to magnify the good and the beauty. Just look, people, if you look outside, if you look up and you look at the clouds and you look at the sky, it's beautiful, it's massive. I once read in one of the Psalms, it's like a starry curtain. So it's a curtain of heaven, and I can imagine if it opens up, it sees me walking. Now what does they see from there? Do they see a downhearted person, or do they see a happy, elated person? Focus on the beauty, focus on the massivity of your Creator, what He has created you to be. You are awesome, you're wonderfully made, you're the apple of the Lord's eye. Start believing in these things, the good and the beauty. Those things will nourish your heart. Focusing on your strength and your passion. You've got so much more strength than weaknesses. And sometimes we want to, or some other people, they want to magnify your weakness. Let it go. Decide today, what are you really good at? And start doing that. And whatever you cannot do, you hire somebody, you rent somebody, or you get somebody, or you get a mentor to help you in that area of your life. How do you see your glass? Is it half full or is it half empty? See your glass as always is half full, even if it's just half. And then this is especially to the teachers, because I'm coming from the background of a teacher. Sometimes in a class, especially now that you're going to start your 2025, it's still early in the year, it's the second week, that you are thinking sometimes of the 2 or 3 naughty kids or challenging kids in your class, and you forget about the 30 or the 40 good ones. Focus on them. The others, they will come by in due time, and if they doesn't, it's not you. I cannot say it's not your problem, but that's the parents. They must start raising their kids well. So what do you want to see? Go around and just bless those kids and say they beautiful children, they awesome children, and see what you can expect. One never knows. I normally proclaim that it was almost like magnify just your strength. It's like the story of the duck that I once read, that he was excellent in swimming. Swimming was his greatest talent and gifting. But then, because he saw the eagle got so much attention, so he decided that he's going to practice now the flying, and he forgot about the swimming. And then he saw the other animals were running, people cheered up, and then he decided he also want to run. And at the end of the day, when they had to write their test and the examination came, the practical, he couldn't swim that good because his feet and things were wobbly, it was broken, it was torn, and even his wings were not for smooth going through the water. So do not try to achieve and get what others. The moral of the story, don't yearn for what others have. What do you have that you can start with? And magnify the one or the gifting or the talent. You might have more than one. I believe it. Just pause here and start writing down, what am I really good in? What am I passionate about? So step 4 will be see yourself, visualize, people. It's so beautiful to see yourself and visualize where you are heading. As there's a science behind visualization, and you might want to know why a science, because it's a proven fact. What you put your eyes the whole time to, that is who you will become. That thing draws within that eye you told in your spirit, and then that spirit reveals what is in there. So it's like a holiday. You will never go on a holiday without planning and saying where you want to go, where you want to stay, what you want to do. That now the same is for where you want to be in life, with maybe your emotions, with your finances, with your entire self. So it's time that you start to dream that big impossible dreams. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's no dream at all. So it must be big. What is that one big thing that needs to see the light today? What is that thing? You know, we're all in the people's business. We're supposed to help people's. Yeah, it was like this one guy that I also read, Og Mandino, that he was on the verge of committing suicide when he just decided he'll pop into the library that he was walking past, and then he took a book down from one of the shelves, Think and Grow Rich. And you know, while sitting there, he started writing or thinking and jotting down the main keys of his book, and he wrote The Greatest Salesman in the World. Not about sales, but it's about us as a person that have to sell yourself. And it became one of the best-selling books of his time. So it means that sometimes there's the saying that goes, where energy flows, your vision goes, or there where your vision is, your energy must flow. So just think of, where is your current energy flowing? That where it is flowing to is where your attention is currently. So step out of those things. Yes, and there's a book that I want to launch before the end of the month. It's the book on the 10 steps out of into, and it would be a great gift to friends and family, so, and loved ones. But let's just continue with step 5. I just summarized a few facts that's in this book, so everything is on there. It's do you do your affirmations, who you are, and then what do you really want? What do you want from them? Write it down in a positive way. I am successful. I own a business. You write it as though it's already there. So, and then face your brutal facts. What is withholding you? Sometimes it's a thing like procrastination. I also at times want to fall into that, but I've once read a book of Mel Robbins on the 5-second rule, where she said there was no better procrastinator than her. And until she just lay one cold morning in a bed and she saw almost like like she had a NASA experience, and she said she got that 5-second rule, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and off to space. It went, and then is what so the moment you have an impulse to act on a goal, you must push yourself to act within 5 seconds. Otherwise, they say your brain will kill the idea. So whenever I want to do something, I now have this 5-second rule, and I just do. And step 8 will be take action. Don't let it stay a dream. This year 2025 will not end before you bringing out that book, or you bringing out that course that you wanted to do, or you becoming that business owner that you so dream about. Just start. Focus on your strength and not your weakness. Set that goals. As for a time such like this, people need what you have to go out there. So see, I always say there's a newness that's in me, that I see my goal as a tree, and sometimes you have to nourish it with a little bit of water. Water will be the spoken word that you put to it, the ideas, everything, until it starts to blossom and give you what it's supposed to give. And then step 9 is the new you, the focus that you focus up. You get what you focus on, as I already said. So focus on what you want. And lastly but not least, your attitude of gratitude. People, when you are grateful about the little things, the big things can come to life. So be thankful for everything. Bless everything you have. Push your faith to the next level. And just be grateful that you're still alive, that you could listen to this podcast, that it was inspiring, that you can get yourself a mentor or whatever it is. But just be grateful. Start with the little things. With that in mind, please like and subscribe and share to friends and family. Till next time, love you, Avril.